It's almost summertime. That means a lot of people will be making summer trips. I know Southwest Airlines announcing today some big summer sales where you can go to some different places. So everyone's getting ready for summer. Everyone's getting ready for vacation. And in studio with us today, Alexis, Shelly, and Ashley Tompkins with the Moody Gardens.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
How are y'all doing today?
Doing well.
Pretty
Great
good.
weather here today.
It's beautiful
gorgeous.
weather here, and I'm hearing it's also beautiful weather in Galveston.
It is. You know, summer is always great weather down there. And we have a lot of stuff going on this summer. We just reopened our aquarium pyramid. We had it closed for a couple of years on and off, doing a $37 million renovation. So we opened that up Memorial Day weekend. It's amazing in there. If you've been before, it was a great pyramid before. But we've just added a lot of new exhibits, and we've enhanced the entire experience for the guests.
So what are some of the new exhibits? What are some of the new things that people will be able to see when they go to the all-new aquarium pyramid?
So when you walk in, we immediately wanted to change the entire environment. So you're fully immersed once you walk in. And so we kind of wanted to take you on a new underwater experience. One of the really cool new exhibits that we have are Humboldt penguins. People love the penguins. We've had the cold climates for years, but we've actually added some warm climate penguins. And so they are our Humboldts. They're from Chile and Peru. And so their habitat is a little more like a desert. So when you compare the two different exhibits, you're going to immediately see the difference. They're used to temperatures that get up to 80, 90 degrees. So they're used to the Texas weather. They even have their own little skylight from the side of the pyramid, so they get natural sunlight in there. And the really cool thing about them is since they're warm climate, our biologists will be able to take them outside of the exhibit and bring them to the front so that guests will get to see them closer up and get a new kind of experience with them.
Everyone loves penguins.
They do.
Adults, kids.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Everyone wants to get up close to the penguins.
Yes.
And this is cool because you get to see obviously two different types of penguins and up close now.
They knew when they did the renovation that they wanted to add another penguin exhibit. And they wanted to do warm climate because of that. With the cold climate, you see them, but you can't really interact with them unless you do an encounter. And even then, that's kind of limited. So with the Humboldts, they'll do keeper chats. They'll bring them outside of the exhibit. And the really neat thing about them is that they have a very distinctive pattern on their chest, but they also have a little bit of pink on their face and on their feet. And so you'd think that was feathers, but it's actually bare skin. So that's how they get rid of excess heat out in the natural, like in Chile and Peru where it gets overheated. And so guests will get to see them up close and learn more about them.
Talk a little bit about the Mangrove Lagoon touch tank where you have stingrays and sharks and another new part of the exhibit as well, a 30,000-gallon Gulf of Mexico rig exhibit. That's pretty cool.
It is. So the stingrays, that has been a guest favorite immediately. There's a lot of oohing and awing over there when they get to touch the stingrays. But another thing we wanted to do, we wanted to kind of cross that air-water border and so in the barrier. And so we've added that. We've got the stingrays in there right now, and we've got a couple of lobsters. But it's a full touch tank, so you just step right up and you can touch the stingrays. We have some smaller ones, some larger ones. We even do feedings over there, so you get to see that as well. But it lets guests really get in touch with that.
And they swim right up to you.
They do. And
Really?
then the rig exhibit is amazing.
So the rig exhibit is actually right when you walk in the aquarium. It's one of the first things you see. So the Gulf of Mexico is a new body of water for us to kind of explore and show people. So we're really excited to do that. And what we're really trying to do with that exhibit is kind of show the industry and nature combining. So when people see an oil rig, they think about the industry side of it with the oil and gas. They don't really think about what's underneath the surface of the water. So what we're really trying to do is show the different corals that attach to those structures and then the different fish and the different wildlife that kind of congregate and make those structures their home. But what we've really, really excitedly done in that exhibit as well is we've made the aquarium completely immersive, but we've also made it more interactive. So in the oil rig tank, we've added a diver communication system. So the divers have always been in our different tanks working, doing things with the different fish and the different corals that you see in there. But you'll actually be able to go up now and talk to the divers while they're in there and ask them questions. So instead of having to wait until they get out, you can actually go up and talk in real time and say, hey, what's that fish that you're working with, or what's that type of coral that's on the exhibit? So completely immersive, completely interactive as well.
That's very cool. Something that, and for Moody Gardens makes a good week getaway or long
Yeah.
weekend. And I would recommend kind of a long weekend getaway.
Yeah, there's definitely enough to keep you busy.
to fill up that time.
Oh, yeah. And one of the things, before we get to some of the other features of the Moody Gardens, talk about the giant river otter encounter program. That sounds cool.
It is. So we have giant river otters part of the rainforest pyramid. So just like our cold climate penguins, you can do an encounter with them. You can do an encounter with the otter. So you get to meet the otter. They do some enrichment series so that you learn more about them. And then you get a little piece of otter artwork at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But we do keeper chats over there with the otters, and it's amazing because the biologists do kind of an enrichment series. So you learn more about them, but it also kind of shows you they give treats and they do tricks so that the biologist can check on the animals as well and see, are you okay? Are you healthy? What's going on? And so the guests get to learn all that. So it's kind of part of our mission overall. We want guests to have fun, but we want them to learn something as they're there as well. And so that's one way they can learn more about the otters.
So talk about, besides the aquarium, you have the rainforest pyramid. What else does the Moody Gardens offer for people who want to take a little vacation?
Well, we've got Palm Beach. So if you're looking for the beach experience, you can definitely get that while you're at Moody Gardens. We have white sand that was shipped in from Florida, only spot on the island that you'll probably find white sand. But we've got a lazy river. We have a zero entry wade pool. If you're wanting some fun, we've got some tower slides. We've got splash pads for the kids. So it's a good way to relax and have some fun. And then on the weekends, on Friday and Saturday nights, we do bands on the sand. So if you stay a little bit later, there's live music. There's fireworks over the bayou at the end of the night. So that's a lot of fun if you're wanting the beach experience. And then we also have the Discovery Pyramid.
So in the Discovery Pyramid, we of course have our SpongeBob SubPants adventure, which is a 4-day adventure. If you love SpongeBob, you know Patrick Star. He's your captain and he learns your name. You get to dance. There's bubbles. There's music. There's a lot. It's completely interactive and really, really cool and really fun for kids and adults. But then upstairs in Discovery, we have the Da Vinci exhibit. So we're talking about Leonardo da Vinci, of course, the original Renaissance man. So we talk about everything from his art with the Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, to the different inventions that he worked on, and as far as hydraulics, flight, music, sound, all those different things. And we actually have models that you can actually play with and tinker with. So
very cool. Tell folks, you handed me like a booklet of things that are happening over the summer. So for folks who are interested in going to the Moody Gardens, is there like a calendar they can find where they can go, okay, they're having this event over this weekend?
Go to moodygardens.org. We have a calendar up there. You can learn more about the different attractions. If you're interested in doing some kind of camp on property, that's information on there. If you're wanting to find out the bands on the sand schedule, who's going to be playing each weekend, that's on there. You can also get your tickets to the attractions, and you can link over to the hotel. So if you're wanting just to park and stay for the weekend, you can make your reservation at the hotel. That's also really handy. And then if you like to golf, we have an amazing golf course not too far from property, and so you can book a tee time there as well.
Yeah. Alexis, Shelly, and Ashley Tompkins, thank you all very much for stopping by the Moody Gardens on Galveston Island. A great place to go on vacation. You'll learn a little bit, and you'll have a lot of fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
When we come back, we've got also some family 4-pack giveaways that we'll have over the next week to give away here on the program, including one that includes hotel stay. That's the big giveaway that we'll have coming up very soon. Chad Hasty Show, KFYO.